Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cringe. I'm your host, Emma Gemma, and I'm so happy to be back online. I took a break from the internet for a little bit, and, I hope nothing happened that changed the course of American politics for the next 50 years. So what's been going on, you guys? What's been happening? Update me. Oh, a former president got shot at? Oh, they missed? Oh, okay. Oh, and we're going to hear about it for the rest of forever. Oh, okay. Oh, so he's gonna win the election because of this really, really, I can't even lie, badass photo that they took of him after he almost got shot at? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Oh, my reproductive rights are gonna be affected because of this guy that decided to go and shoot someone. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Cool. Project 2025. Thank you, random guy. Thanks. You know what? Guys, don't worry. The voice of reason in America is back. I know everyone is really unsettled about what happened. And everyone was thinking, like, where is Emma during this time? Like, where is she? Like, she needs to come and she needs to, like, tell us, like, everything is going to be okay. And, like, the thing is I'm not going to do that because I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. So I can't do that. Yeah, things are actually bad. They're bad. No. I don't know. This is so weird. You know what's crazy? I made a TikTok about this that was very similar. It's like we have on one hand a former president and a presidential nominee has been shot. I mean, in the ear, but he got shot at, which is crazy. And on the other hand, the other topic for today is Love Island. So like we have a lot going on here, And I made a TikTok and it was like Donald Trump versus like Harry coming back on stage, and people are fucking with it. I thought people were gonna be like, you are so insensitive, what is wrong with you? Dog, I am handling this in real time, as a lot of people are. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter by any means, but when a president, former president, possible president gets shot at, it kind of makes you stop in your tracks and you're like, what the fuck? It's kind of just a crazy thing. Some Emma lore. I wanted to be a history teacher for a really long time. I was a very big history nerd, like huge. And I still remember one time I was on my way to a volleyball game and I was watching this fucking mini series called Race for the White House. Don't know if anyone knows what that is. If you do, I fuck with you so hard. Because it's so good. It pretty much just like shows like a presidential race and it's like going back and forth and like, showing dramatizations of what was happening. And I'm like fucking on the bus watching this, like on my way to a volleyball game. And I was so misunderstood in high school. I really was. And my now best friend Zoe, who was on the team with me, goes, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "Race for the White House." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, Race for the White House. Have you heard?" She was like, "You fucking nerd." You fucking nerd. You have free time and you're watching a fucking political documentary that your dad probably watches. You fucking... Yeah, that's my best friend right there. That's one of my best friends. I've always wanted to be a history teacher. So when things like this happen, it's crazy. I just kind of like consume any type of media. But this is something that has never happened to our generation. I mean, we're at the point where like JFK was so long ago, like people make like JFK jokes. I mean, people are making jokes about this shit, which to be fair, some of them are pretty funny. I saw one that said, "Never get your ears pierced at Claire's," and it's Trump with blood running down his face. I can't fucking lie. That was funny. That was funny because you go into a Claire's and a fucking 18-year-old that should have no access to a piercing gun is going, "Come over, babe, sit down. Sit down. We're going to get your ears pierced right here. Take a seat. Take a seat. What earrings do you want? Do you want the one with watermelons? Or do you want a starter Mom, what are you thinking for it? We're thinking the teddy bear earrings. All right, sit down, babe." And then you just have the worst experience of your life. If you even remember it. Most people are too young when they go to Claire's to even remember getting their ears pierced there. I remember it. I also got my cartilage pierced there. Dumb decision. Anyway, back to the president being shot. It's just so crazy. Like, we live in a time where news comes and goes and passes so freely that it's talked about so much. It's like corny to even, I don't know. It feels like corny because like everyone knows how it works now. It's like something happens and it's in the news for a few days and then it's gone. Maybe a few days. Like a few days is like pushing it. Here's the thing. Let me recount. Like oh my God, like I'm turning into my Nana. I live with my Nana, and I talk to her a lot about, like, she's lived such an incredible life. And she's talked to me so many times about where she was when she found out JFK was shot. She was on the phone, and they had these things called like party lines, pretty much. And it was like people like pretty much in your general area that were connected on the same phone line, because phones literally used to be like, you would call someone and be like, can you connect me to this person? And there was someone sitting in a building somewhere that said, sure, I'll connect your call. And they took a cord and they unplugged it from your phone and they plugged it into someone else's, and that's how they connected you, right? It's not like now where it just instantly. And she was on like a party line, and someone hops on and just goes like, the president has been shot. Crazy way to find out. Now, how I found out that Donald Trump was shot is I was laying vertically in my bed. I was having vertical time, or is it horizontal time? Anyway, I was having bedtime at 4 p.m, whatever fucking time it was. Laying this way, I'm on my phone, and I just see a tweet that says Donald Trump has been shot at political rally. And I kept scrolling because my brain, this is actually kind of crazy to think about. My brain was literally like, oh, yeah, okay. Kept it moving. I was like, there's some memes on this timeline. I really gotta fucking see. What the fuck was that? Like, I just literally like didn't comprehend it, because I'll say this 1,010 times so no one ever confuses it. I do not support Donald Trump at all. Okay? I don't plan on ever really getting that political on this podcast, but like, this is just so batshit fucking crazy. Of course I have to talk about it. Of course I do. But like, when someone gets shot like that, it just kind of like stops you in your tracks. And the thing is that feels so different about this, bringing it back to like how news moves so quickly, is I think this is the first time that everyone has kind of stood still and been like, what the fuck, in a long time about politics. I think it's been a marker, or it is going to be a marker of like, where the fuck have we gotten to at this point? And it's already a hot topic on how people are handling this. There are people that are like, it should have been like, how did they miss? Okay. Which is undeniably a crazy thing. Now, the thing is I don't want Donald Trump anywhere near the White House. Of course, I would like a quick fix for all of my problems and issues to go away with Project 2025 and having this man in the White House just taking away my reproductive rights and the rights of minorities and all this stuff. But to murder and to hope for a murder is not something that's in my repertoire. I can't say that that is something. I will laugh at the tweets though, but like, it's not what I'm aiming for. Bruh, shit. Fuck, dude, I'm gonna be on the FBI watch list. I'm trying really hard not to be on the FBI watch list right now. I swear I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God, I'm getting hot. But it really, that was so crazy actually. But it really is something that I think it's made a lot of people like stand still. Like me and my family were all around the TV, like watching like the coverage and all this stuff. Like, it's just a crazy fucking thing. Like we just witnessed an assassination attempt on a possible sitting president of the United States, a former sitting president of the United States. That's batshit crazy. And we live through crazy shit like this every day. And, you know, it really affects the mental health of my generation, of generations that are older than me. I like, speaking personally, because that's really all I can do. I think, you know, speaking from experience really helps to put things into perspective and getting different viewpoints. But I, at one point, was very, very politically, like, all I consumed was politics. And I still care very deeply about politics, but it was getting to the point that I was just like one of those dads that like woke up and immediately read the paper. I was like, what is going on in the world? And there is so much awful shit happening at all times that we can have access to. And this is so not a new topic that I'm talking about right now. Everyone talks about this, but the fact that we could, like, I found out that a former president got shot and I kept scrolling. I was like, dude, Harry Styles was on stage last night. Where is the video footage of that? What's going on there? Okay. Like, I really need to know, like, show it to me, Rachel, what's going on, you know? It's just such a weird time we're in. And I think that being alive at this time is hard. And I think having access to shit like this all the time is just warping our brains, and it's making us sad. It's making us sad, and it's making us just like, so normalized to it. And in a way, I'm not happy that anyone got shot, but the way that this has played out so far, we will see how this ages with people, the discourse behind it, and really how people have just been like, what the fuck? You know, I think this really is a marker of like, we need to do something, because it's getting bad. This is getting crazy. To see like just how our country has become this absolute shit show, I really hope that this is something that makes people just do a pulse check and be like, why do we all hate each other? This is insane. You know, it's a crazy thing. Politics is crazy. And politics it's a matter of life and death for a lot of people, and it's not something to take lightly, and it's something I don't take lightly, and it's just so weird. I just can't believe he got his cartilage pierced, like, on stage like that. Like, that's so crazy. Like, that's so insane. Like, we could have, wait, was it his right ear? Oh my God, do I have a matching cartilage piercing with Donald Trump? Guys, that's not cool. I don't like getting matching stuff. I don't. I actually, speaking on that, I've always been told never to get a matching tattoo with someone. Never get a matching tattoo and never get like someone's name tattooed on you, which I think the only person's name I would get tattooed on me is like my kids, like when I have kids. I don't have kids, so that's not happening right now. Sorry. But I did get matching tattoos with a friend group, and then immediately that friend group dissipated. And then I went and I got a tattoo with someone, and it was like the same general vibe. Like we were getting it in the same area. They were different, but like we went together, and then that friendship dissipated. So I'm done getting tattoos with people, especially matching ones or like same vibe. Like, no, I just need to go by myself, I think. What is up with that? I don't know. Something I'm thinking about. I'm trying to transition away from the president being shot. Former president. I'm not trying to manifest that either. I'm not trying to manifest that at all. Okay, let's talk about something. Let's talk about something that I actually really want to talk about. I'm telling you, the topics are crazy. We need to talk about Harry Styles coming back to the stage. We need to talk about Harry Styles coming back to the stage because I'm getting my personality back. Like I was not myself, as Kylie Jenner said. I was not myself. The thing is that I forget that like I built my platform off of like Harry Styles stan culture, because my TikTok account, when that man is doing nothing, dies. Like I lose over the past few months, I've lost like 400 followers or something because people don't remember why they follow me. And then I keep popping up on their shit and they're like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, yeah, no, that's scans. Yeah, no, I get that. That makes sense. 400 is a lot. I think it's been like 200, but the second that man shows back up, my follower count goes back the fuck up because people were like, oh, there's a psycho bitch to talk about Harry Styles. But you can't just like, I'm not someone that can sit here and talk about him when he does nothing, because my thing is that some stans or fans, whatever you want to call them, they get too like crazy about like where he is, who he's dating, what he's doing. The second that man is not promoting an album, I'm like, do you, King? I love you and I care about you, but like we need some time apart. We need some time apart for our relationship to make sure that, you know, we're healthy and we're thriving and we're staying true to each other and ourselves, you know. When he shaved his head though, I was back. No, there was no way I was not going to speak about that. But most of the time he doesn't do stuff when he's gone that I'm like, I need to talk about this on TikTok. No, I mean, tying it back to the Donald Trump of it all. Why is that TikTok of me saying, damn, like Donald Trump gets shot and then Harry Styles comes back on stage, like two crazy things happen within a few hours. You psycho bitches are blowing that shit up. You psychopaths. I knew I wasn't the only crazy bitch. I was like, wow, two really crazy things happen within a few hours. Like, this is really important. Most people are thinking there's only one important thing that happened. Okay. And it's probably a former president being shot. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, no, like he was with Stevie Nicks. They performed Landslide together. Oh, just fucking take me out back and shoot me. That's not funny. Sorry. Damn, I gotta think of new jokes today. There's just too many. So many of them are not hitting the mark. and that shooter didn't either. That's the thing. None of us are hitting the mark today. I'm telling you that right now. Harry coming back on stage means so much to me on a personal level. Singing Landslide was so beautiful. He came back to perform with Stevie at her request for Oh my God, you guys are going to think I'm assholes. The other woman that was in, is it? No, why do I keep wanting to say it's Catherine? Is it Catherine? Is it? The other woman that was in Fleetwood Mac, that was Stevie Nicks' best friend, and she passed away. Christine. Okay, I knew it was something like that. Christine passed away, and it was her birthday after like a year and a half after she passed, and Stevie asked Harry to come perform with her to like commemorate her, and I think it was just so beautiful. It was so gorgeous. I do, however, I don't know, it felt really weird watching like Stan Twitter kind of blow up again, because like no one was talking about the tribute of it all. Like literally I saw no single tweet being like, that is so nice of Harry to like come and sing like a tribute for Christine. Like that is so sweet of him to show up for Stevie Nicks. Like everyone was literally just like HS4 at midnight. HS4 at midnight. Like he's back. Guys, can we just chill for a second? Like it's a memorial thing for her. Can we chill? Now, on the other hand, HS4 is at midnight. Like it is on the horizon. I can't lie to you people. I can't lie. HS4 is at midnight. And I can't fucking wait. Like my friend Alexa just sent me a picture and it was Harry's House vinyl on clearance. We're so back. We're so fucking back. Here's the thing though. I won't be back at the Forum because I'm too broke from Harry's House. Like I'm serious. Like I'm still in debt. And the thing, okay, I don't want you guys to think I'm like fucking $10,000. It's not even close to like that much. But I'm still in debt to the point where I'm like, I can't financially like make this work in my head to where I would buy a ticket if he announced a tour. I will buy a ticket when he announces a tour, but I'm not doing anything close to what I did for Harry's House. If you didn't know me at that time, I guess I don't know if I explained that lore. When I moved down to LA for school, I had like no friends at all. I moved down there with my now ex-boyfriend and neither of us had friends, and it was really hard for me to make connections because he was going to school, but I wasn't. I moved down to be with him, you know, and I knew I was going to go to school at some point. I knew it was going to be like that next semester, but for 6 months I was just dicking around. I was just fucking around and finding out. Right. And so I just had like no one to hang out with, but, Harry's House, or, you know, Love on Tour part 8,000 was coming to the Forum. And I had a ticket for one night. My stepsister came and we went, you know, me, my ex and my stepsister, and it was super fun. And then, like I had like mutuals that obviously flew in for like this extravaganza of Harry's House. And I had, God, did I explain this? The free ticket fiasco? I can't remember if I explained this. Fuck, I don't remember. Anyway, you know, I had friends come in and they were like, are you going to any other shows? And I was like, no, like I'm too broke. Like, meanwhile, at this point I did have money. I was just smart. I don't know what happened. I don't know if like there was mold in that apartment. There probably was mold in that apartment. That was the worst apartment I've ever lived in my life. It was nightmares about that place. It was terrible. Maybe that's what got to me in my financial security. And, she was like, are you going to any other shows? And I was like, no, like probably not, you know? And, I ended up, there was a Harry Styles ticket help account and I retweeted it. It was like, retweet this for a free ticket. And then I got a free ticket and it was fucking insane. And then I go and I like meet my online friends for the first time in person. And they were like the first friends that I had down in SoCal after I moved. Like it was like a very big moment for me. Harry's House was a very special album, a very special time. I have it tattooed on my arm. It just, I don't know. It symbolized a lot for me of like growth and finding like, oh, this is so corny. It's so corny. But like finding my home, like away from home, creating home as an adult. You know, I tried creating a home with another person. That didn't work out. And then I found a home and community within friends. And that was like really special. And, you know, I think about that time often. Think about that. You know, it was the 60s. You know, everyone was just doing No, I'm just kidding. It actually was really funny. I posted like a photo dump because I went to like 6 Love on Tour residency shows. I've seen Harry 10 times, including when I saw him in One Direction. And I posted a photo dump for one of the nights. And at the end, it was like, we got medicine. It was like a meme I put. And someone that like has no idea, like she's older and like has no idea like Harry Styles lore. She like commented, she was like, what is medicine? I love her. I love her. She literally, what is medicine? Like, she thought I was like doing drugs, and I had to be like, it's okay. It's a Harry Styles song. It's okay, babe. It's okay. She's so funny. I was laughing so hard, you know. Bless her for caring about me enough to be like publicly like, are you doing drugs? What's going on there? Love her. Okay. Anyway, HS4 at midnight. I can't wait. I hope it's going to be like Fleetwood Mac adjacent. I think that would be amazing. I kind of have a feeling he's going to go back to a little HS1 moment. I think that could be incredible. And I can't fucking wait. My bank account wants me to, but I personally can't wait. It's going to be great. Now, the real news of the day. Love Island. Okay, let's talk about Love Island. This is kind of, it's been really interesting to see Love Island USA kind of pop off the way that it has, because Love Island USA has kind of just been like the butt of like the Love Island universe, like of every joke. Like no one fucking watches Love Island USA except for now. These people in the villa have no idea how big that their season has gotten, which is so unbelievably crazy. When I started watching Love Island, it was last week, the week before. By the way, sorry that we missed a week of episodes. After I got COVID, I kind of had to like bounce back a little bit. It just took me a minute. And so while I had COVID, I was like, might as well just like watch Love Island. Like I'm going to be stuck in my room for a few days. Like I'll just kill my brain cells a little more, but like I really hate this show. Then I didn't have COVID anymore and I was still watching it, and I had to accept the fact that I love trashy TV. And you know, I'm not ashamed of it, okay? This shit is trash and I fucking love it. I'm eating it up. I'm in that dumpster. I'm dumpster diving, okay? I mean, honestly, trashy reality TV is back with this fucking season in the US. It's fucking great, okay? And a lot of people have been like, why is this season doing so good? It's because none of them think that anyone is watching. Love Island USA is not something that is like popping off on the regular. Like there have been other seasons of this show and no one has cared. I never hear people being like, oh, Love Island USA. Like they had fucking this new guy come in, right? Because there's a twist in the villa. They're like, okay, Love Islanders, we got a little bit of a surprise for you. Actually, it's Ariana Madix introducing this. I don't really know why I'm making her Irish. Anyway, they're like, guys, like we have like a surprise for you. It's Harrison. Okay, who's Harrison? Okay, I don't, like, what's going on? Like, who is it? Like, everyone was like, everyone in the villa was like, oh my God, like, it's Harrison. Guys, it's Harrison. And I was like, yeah, that's my dog, right? Who is that? Okay, all right. No, I'm chilling with him if he's chilling with me. I'm rocking with him if he's rocking with me, you know? I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, barely anyone watches this show, but now all of a sudden it has just popped off. And it's popped off more in the past week than it did when I first started watching. And let me just say, this is what I'm getting really annoyed that my indie underground TV show of Love Island USA is popping up on TikTok the way that it is. I'm sure the producers are happy, but people just kind of showed up and started having terrible opinions, just awful fucking opinions. Now, if you don't know how Love Island works, it's pretty much they put a bunch of single people into the villa, you know, and every so often, I think it's every week, they end up recoupling. They start off in a couple, and it's like they're trying to find love. So like when they're in a couple, it's like they're kind of dating, kind of. And then at the end of the week, they recouple. And sometimes they recouple and everyone stays, or they bring in someone new and now there's like an odd man out. And if you aren't chosen at the next recoupling, like you're sent off, right? And the whole point is you want to be at the end of the show. You want to make it all the way to the end. And then I believe it's based on America's vote of who is the best couple. And then you win like $50,000 or something. I think. How much do they win on Love Island? Oh, they also get paid money. What? They get paid to be on the show. I would think it's a free vacation. Okay, in the UK they get £50,000. So I would assume it's something similar to that extent in the US. So the whole point is you're trying to find love, and even if you don't find love, you trick America into thinking you're in love so you get money at the end of it. That's pretty much it, right? But a lot of the times it's just a bunch of like challenges, and the challenges are like literally this was a question or similar to a question that was at movie night the other night. How many times a month do men ejaculate? And then they had to like text in their answer. Like the guys would text in, the girls would text in. And then whoever was closest got a point. I got a point. What? Like that's just kind of what they're fucking doing. You know, that's Love Island. I just saw something that I forgot to do on my, I'm going to be real and raw. I just saw something that I forgot to do, an open tab, and it just gave me a lot of anxiety. I need to recouple right now. I need to recouple and I need to regroup with my brain. Give me a moment. I'm not going to lie. That freaked me out. I need to submit a form. And it's okay. It's okay. We've talked about my anxiety disorder. I don't get anxiety about eating like certain foods anymore. I get anxiety about missing deadlines, which I think is a lot more normal, but it still just hits me, you know. Anyway, Love Island. My thing is, you know, people started watching and they started having awful opinions. The girls, so the OG girls on this season, it's pretty much all the girls that started the show, and then Liv, who was a bombshell. A bombshell is like the people they bring in later, right? And they're like mega hot, like mega sexy, right? They're a bombshell. They show up. She ended up staying for the duration, but she just got voted off recently. Spoiler, which made me so pissed off, so mad. And people are now watching the show and they're just like turning Liv and Kaylor into these villains, which I'm like, this is such bullshit. It is so dumb. They're like, it's Liv and Kaylor versus Janae, Leah, and Serena. Like, and if you only know Love Island USA, like this season through TikTok, you would think that these girls fucking hate each other. You watch the show, Liv got sent home and they are fucking sobbing. They are fucking sobbing. I'm convinced these people aren't watching the show because there's a scene where Liv potentially gets sent home. This is like a few episodes ago. She might get sent home. She doesn't at this point, but it's like, they do it so brutally too. It was like this new girl that came in versus Liv. And it's like, if you want Liv to stay, go and stand behind her. So it's not just like an anonymous vote. It's a visual representation of, we want her here. We don't want you here, it was sad. It was sad for the other girl. Every one of those OG girls that TikTok is saying, oh, they all fucking hate each other. It's them against them. Like the Kaylor and Liv are bitches. Every one of those OG girls goes and stands behind Liv like it's the fucking Avengers of Love Island. Are you I had goosebumps. I got goosebumps watching Love Island USA, watching these motherfuckers stand behind their girl. I just can't stand, like, I don't know. Like, it's just so fucking annoying how people are like trying to create villains and they're kind of like twisting the narrative of the show. Like, people online love Leah. Okay. They love Leah. They think Leah is a saint that has been done wrong by production. And she's actually never done anything terrible on the show. Now, I like Leah and I think she's iconic in her own way, but she is so undoubtedly a villain. Like, in the context of the show, it's crazy. I don't think she's a bad person by any means. I think she's just kind of playing dirty, and she stirs the pot and she creates drama, but that's why I love her. That's why I'm obsessed with her. This girl was in a coupling with this guy named Rob. If you're not watching the show, okay, Rob, first of all, if you're listening, please call me. Okay, I need you to call me. I hate snakes, but I'll learn to love them. He is a snake wrangler by trade. He has some of the funniest TikToks I've ever seen, not because he actually is funny, but because he's so weird. And like old TikToks of his are coming up. Like, I don't even, like, it's so bizarre. But anyway, Leah started out coupled up with this guy, Rob, and then Liv comes in and like stole Rob, and then Leah and Rob get back together, but then Rob ends up going with this new girl, Andrea. Anyway, this new girl, Andrea, shows up. And then there was like a recoupling where the Love Island OG girls got to choose out of 3 girls who would be sent home. And it just so happens that Andrea, who was doing like happily with Rob, like, I think honestly, if she would have stayed, like, they would have gone the distance with like the show. A lot of people don't like Andrea. I think they're kind of perfect for each other. They're both kind of cringy and like hot and kind of airheaded. I don't know. I think they were kind of perfect. And they were just like so chill after that. They were so like grounded and like it was very clear that it was like a good match. Leah is a part of this, like, who gets to be voted out. It was so clearly wrong to send Andrea home, but for some reason her bags were packed and she was voted off. It was like the other 2 girls that were there It should have been Janae. It should have been Janae. And people on TikTok will say that I'm a fucking cunt for saying that. I don't like Janae. I don't like her fake voice that she does. It really pisses me off. I feel like she's a pick-me. There is this fucking conversation she had, dog. This fucking conversation where she is like, I think I'm just, and she has this voice, dude. She has this fucking voice. Oh my God. Like it's like the Ariana Grande effect. Like, and she'll like slip out of her fake voice into her real voice. And it just makes me so mad. But what really like kind of really pushed me off from the idea of Janae is this conversation that she had. I think it was with Kenny, this other guy that she's being coupled up with, that everyone's like, they need to win. They do not need to win. I don't know. I don't like them together. Anyway, Janae is having this conversation with Kenny and she's like, I'm just like not like these other females. I fucking hate when people call a woman a female. A woman is a woman. A female can be a dog. It could be a tree. It could be a type of plant. It could be a fucking cat. But only a human being can be a woman. So it is one of my biggest pet peeves. I will not I will not be friends with someone that refers to women as females. It is one of, like, call me woke. I don't care. It's one of my hard boundaries. I can't fucking stand it. Call me over dramatic. It's degrading. It's degrading. If anyone ever called me a female, I would break their nose. I'm so fucking serious. It's violence on sight. Probably not. I don't fight. But it really roused me up that much. She goes, I'm just like a lot more level-headed than these other females. Like I like to think before I act. Like I'm not emotional. And that's like really rare. Like that's like really. And TikTok is just, they just love her. And you know what? People have their opinions. Like I don't think she's a bad person. She is not for me. She is not my cup of tea. It's very pick me energy. And then she had this whole thing where she went and she brought eggs to this fucking guy while Serena was talking to, like, just like pick me energy. She's like, let me make you some eggs. Like, what do you want me to make you? I'll make you, like, tell me what you want. Like, I just really thought we were all going to be on the same page, that Janae was a pick me, and really we're not. Like I'll say a million times, I don't think she's a bad person. She's just not my cup of tea. You know, I just don't call a woman a female. It's fucking gross. I don't fucking like it. And especially as a woman doing it, I'm like, you should know better. That's just nasty. I don't know. Anyway, I think Love Island USA is just popping off so much because it really is just good TV. Like, these people are messy. And the thing is that Janae brings something to the table. That's the thing. She brings, like, yes, she is a pick-me, but she's someone that loves these men. She loves the attention of these men. And it's just really like this whole cast, like, everyone brings something. Even the people I don't like, they bring something, and I appreciate them for being on the show. You know what I mean? But I think with Leah, it's just bizarre how they've, like, created her online to just be like, she's never done anything wrong. She purposefully got Andrea out to spite Rob. And, like, they can have all the conversations they want. And she gets really angry and she gets really aggressive at times. But, like, you know, when you're being, like, accused of shit, it's hard to not get aggressive. I will give her that. And here's the thing. When the girls are fighting, I'm like, yeah, okay, let the girls handle it. During movie night, Leah's getting super fucking mad, right? And there's this whole thing. She's, like, putting her finger in Kayla's face, and, like, it becomes, like, a whole thing. But then Miguel speaks up and he's like, you know, I've never really, like, been with a woman like that, you know, that's, like, really just, like, aggressive like that, and it's just making me rethink things. Shut the fuck up. This is a woman's business. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Leah's not my favorite. Janae's not my favorite. The second a man has an opinion about these women, I get pissed the fuck off. I'm like, shut up. You're a whore. Because these men this season, oh my God, I don't know if it's just because I don't really watch Love Island on the regular. This is like the first full season that I've been checked into. Or if these men really are that atrocious. I need to talk about Kendall. These men they are just a pack of dogs. DAWGS dogs. They honest to God, like, it's really hard to watch a show like this when you cannot stand the idea of misogyny, because that is what this is. That's what a lot of it is, and what a lot of these men are doing. And it really popped out when Casa Amor started. Okay, so Casa Amor, if you don't watch, it's pretty much like The season's almost over. People are kind of like, some people are like settled in couples, others aren't. And they open up this second villa with like a bunch of really hot people. And I don't know if this is typical, but the guys had the option of going to this other villa. They were given the choice. Do you want to stay here at the villa or do you want to go to Casa Amor? So every single guy chose to go to Casa Amor. Even the ones that were like in tight knit like relationships went to Casa Amor. That became a whole thing. That showed so many true colors. It made me sick. It made me sick to my stomach. Okay. These men get over there and they just treat it like a fucking hideaway. They treat it like a fucking night on the town, a man's bachelor party right before he gets married. You know, they're thinking the girls back at the villa are never going to find out what I'm doing. Aaron, this guy that was in like a long term, like they have been together literally from the first coupling to now, they have been together. They have never recoupled with anyone else. They were single for a second, but they've never recoupled. He leaves and he goes and he like has this like thing with this other woman while he's mewing the whole time. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. He just sits there like, what have I done? Kayla, what have I done? Kayla, I didn't even do anything. Aaron, shut the fuck up. Loved him at the beginning. Now it's just so obvious he's a little manipulator. These, you know what it is? These men trigger me. They remind me of men that I've seen in my life, you know? And so I can't stand to watch it. It's just this pack male mentality. And it was just I felt bad for the girls at Casa Amor too, because people started villainizing the girls at Casa Amor because they're like, we like the OG girls. The OG girls are the best. The Casa Amor girls, they're trying to ruin shit. The men treated these girls like a vacation, and they could say all the stuff they want that, you know, I really had a connection with her and I really wanted her. They were then given the option, you can either come back to the villa single and you couple back up with the OG that you were already with, your original girl, or you can bring someone back from Casa Amor. The men that were in these long-term relationships, besides one, all brought someone back from Casa Amor. Every single one of them. That was just baffling for the women that were in these long-term relationships, whatever. Oh, it was two. Aaron didn't bring someone back, but he got exposed for the shit he was doing, making out with girls, saying, I want to shower with you, babes, I want to shower with you. Just being nasty, just being a boy. Just fucking gross. And then, so they bring all these women back, and then once they have their girl that they've created a connection with in front of them, their OG, and this girl that they met 3 days ago, count them, 1, 2, 3 days ago, they go, oh, well, yeah, well, of course I want like my OG girl back. Yeah. No, I don't want this random girl that I just met. No. So then all these Casa Amor girls are gone except for maybe one that is still there somehow. But all the rest of them, they got voted off at the next recoupling because they all wanted their OG girl back. So they use these women as just like a fucking side piece, and it just, I feel for them. I really do. And there's so much more that goes on, but like, just these men just wanted their cake and they ate it too. And the thing is that all these women took them back. Whether they actually really do care about them or they just want the money, I don't know. But it is so like, I was like, girls, I've been there. I've been at the bottom of the trenches. Okay. Kendall, who I know I'm already at the 40-minute mark, but I need to talk about Kendall because Kendall is the fucking worst of them all. Kendall makes me sick. Like, genuinely, the way he speaks just about the women and what his energy is just very like, I don't give a fuck about women. I don't. When they went to Casa Amor, like, he was the one egging on all these guys to cheat on like their OG girlfriends, like the girls back at the villa. He was the one that was like, I'm so fucking happy for you. Dude, I'm so fucking happy for you. Dude, this is fucking amazing for you, dude. Dude, this is like incredible. Like, what Daya's giving you in comparison to Serena is like light years ahead. Oh, I'm sorry Serena wanted to take her time and know that she really cared about someone deeply before she kissed them. And I'm sorry that Daya just gave herself away immediately to Odell Beckham Jr.'s brother. Okay. Kendall, shut the fuck up. Kendall is yapping behind every motherfucker. Just fucking being like, dude, I'm so fucking happy for you for like ruining the mental stability of a woman back at the villa that we're going to in 2 days. Sick. Fucking awesome. Kendall, choke. Genuinely, I don't know why Nicole took that man back or why they went to the hideaway, which is where they finally open up the hideaway and that's where they can go bang and there's no cameras. Nicole, why did you do that, babe? Kendall is like, he's 28. I found out he was 28 and I audibly gasped because he acts like a 21-year-old boy. He's such a boy and he makes me sick. I don't think he likes women very much. There was an incident where he kind of like cornered Serena, which was really uncomfortable. I somehow missed it. I need to go and watch it, but I saw it on TikTok, but I want like the context. He was like talking to her about stuff and was just getting very like kind of in her face, and even Cordell, which was like her match, like noticed. Kendall, I can't fucking stand him. And I'm telling you, if you watch Love Island, do not fucking vote for Kendall and Nicole. I don't think they should win because I think Kendall is just a fucking menace. He's a fucking menace. And I'm tired of people being like, Kendall is a king. Kendall is an instigator and a gaslighter and the worst. I'm more passionate about this right now than I was about Donald Trump getting shot. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings and I think they're coming out in Love Island. Okay. I like need to take a breath. I like need to take a breath. That like actually like, that like hit me. Whew. Calm it down, girl. Down, girl. These women just deserve so much better. They really do. And these men are just terrible. And these women love each other. These women love each other, these OG girls. And it's just terrible to see these men treat them like shit. Kaylor, run. And that's all I have to say on that. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Whether you're watching or you're listening, I appreciate you so much. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials at Cringe Podcast Official. And that is on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So make sure to check us out on all of those. If you're a YouTube listener, check us out on Spotify. If you're a Spotify listener, check us out on YouTube. Please do a little switcheroo. I love you guys all so much. Have a great rest of your week.